Tinubu can rule Nigeria from anywhere, says former Lagos Attorney General. Can you imagine what somebody is saying? That Tinubu can rule Nigeria from anywhere. How can you say that kind of thing? If it is a day or two trip, we can understand that. But a day, the vacation, going on vacation, 14 days vacation, you're not without handing over power to anybody. You are saying Tinubu can rule Nigeria from anywhere. So that is it now an offshore government that somebody can go offshore 14 days and then expect his home to be in good condition? Abi? And then after 14 days, he will still come back to meet things the way they are. Is being a president of Nigeria now an offshore job? Now, wow. The former Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of Lagos State, Shasore, has stated that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is capable of effectively governing Nigeria from many locations around the world. Can you imagine? Shasore stressed that the Nigerian Constitution, particularly the provisions of 1979, supports this flexibility, stating that the president does not necessarily need to relinquish his duties while traveling abroad. So why are you making reference to 1979 Constitution or 1999 Constitution as amended? I don't understand what has happened here. Maybe it's a typo. This statement comes in response to critics who have raised concerns about the implications of President Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima's absence from the country's lead during a time of significant economic challenge. Not be lie. Speaking at the 50th Founders Day anniversary of the Federal Government Girls College, Oyo, Shasore called attention to the advancements in technology, such as video conferencing and electronic signatures, which facilitate remote governance. Can you imagine? So while acknowledging the current situation, he noted that it would be a different scenario if the vice president were also unavailable, hinting at the importance of leadership presence during critical times. Can you imagine what this one is saying now? So Tinubu can rule Nigeria from anywhere in the world. How can you say that kind of thing? Shasore. So the question I'm asking, so Nigeria, the office of the president is now an offshore job. That is what this man is saying. The office of the president of Nigeria is now is an offshore job, so he can lead from anywhere. An offshore man will go to offshore and be coordinating his home from offshore, and anytime he comes back and still expect to meet his home in order. That is what he think. With the state of things in Nigeria today, a reasonable government will not have its president out, vice president out. I think some other government functionaries out, leaving vacuum and heavy porous condition in the government of the day. That is unacceptable. People have made series of analysis that this is how military coup took place in the past. Even when Babangida took over from Buhari during the military era of 1985, it was because the deputy head of state was out on Saudi Arabia, and I think all of them were key people were out when this Babangida finally took over the government. So it has always been a trend. So, and that is why people are saying that how can key government functionaries, president, vice president, and some other key persons, and now even the chief of army staff is out, and you expect peace to remain, and you expect people to be calm, and expect that there's no vacuum. There's a vacuum, of course. So this man, the former Attorney General Commissioner for Justice of Lagos State, that is telling us here that Tinubu can lead from anywhere, is just mere political sycophancy or tribal bigotry. That's what I see here. He's just a mere sycophant. He's just speaking like a sycophant. He knows that at this time, with the number of government functionaries, top government functionaries out of the country, it's not a good time. All right? It leaves a lot to be asked and a lot of questions begging for answers. So, but he thinks what he said is normal, because it's beclouded by, I don't know what sentiment that is covering his face. And somebody saying this is the general reasoning of a Yoruba man when it comes to protecting evils done by their own epitome of ethnicity. Okay, oh. And I know that somebody is going to answer him here. I say, really, did he steal that position to rule Nigeria from hospital? Okay, so that is the question somebody is asking the former Commissioner of Justice now. So did Tinubu collect this position of president to rule Nigeria from hospital? Please respect your old age. Nigeria and Nigerians are in turmoil. And you say this, president, vice president, and the chief of army staff are absent from the country. Hunger, killing, hardship all over the country. It's like you don't love your family. It's not be lie. I say you are a mad lawyer, arrogant nonsense. They don't blast them already. Do we have remote government? I supported Baba, but the truth remained the truth. Of course, the truth remained the truth. How can the president, the vice president, and the chief of army staff out at the same time, and you expect peace to be? We are already seeing his ruling Nigeria from anywhere. He can dare relocate to Trinidad and Tobago. Oh boy. And rule us from there. Why then did the Constitution give him a set timeline on how many days the president can be away, an idea of handing over to the deputy? Please let these judiciary turned politicians allow us to hear word in this country. That is the truth. The Constitution also made it that there is a certain number of days the president should be out, and if he's perceived to be out in that number of days, he should transmit power to the vice president or to the Senate president or whoever that he wants to delegate between number 1, number 2, and number 3 citizens of the country. That is it. And somebody is saying when a wrong is condoned, it becomes a tradition. When it was supported during Buhari, what do the Nigerians expect? Okay, what do Nigerians expect? A lot of constructional wrongs were committed because of Buhari. Then I said it that it would tell on us in future. And today the future is here and it has started speaking. Not be lie. That is the truth. It's a very difficult thing. What an unseasoned pronouncement from an ill-informed ignoramus that called himself a lawyer. Someone from the north had said that during the Yar'Adua presidency, it is a stupendous pronouncement from parochial-minded with self-centered ones who refused to know where sovereignty of a nation lies. 1999 Constitution is the reason all these actions prevail and should go down. The Nigerian Constitution is obviously sick and need to be changed. Yes, so he can rule inside your back, rule from on top of, can you imagine? All rule from hellfire. Also rule from hellfire. This guy head not correct. Yeah. I would say, me waiting for Yoruba people's comments on this. This is actually insulting. He can even rule on top of, can you imagine? Oh my God. They don't insult themselves, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's a useless lawyer, sycophant number 1. Yoruba people always right. This guy, what nonsensical utterance. This is how they destabilize the polity with their sycophantic infantile pronouncements. Not be lying. Meaning that he can do whatever he likes because he is not being checkmated because of poorly adopted immunity by the satanic political system. So this is exactly, almost everybody is blasting this guy for making this statement, but it's quite unfortunate he has made it. So thank you for listening and let's have your comments.